So I heard you wanted my blueprints to my egg-laying machine. I'll show you how to do this. So what we first want is we want industrial glass. It is the backbone of all work you will be doing in the mod, and you need this stuff to craft this. So if you have a lot of this, then you will be set for the entire tutorial. So let's just get past that real quick. So what you want to do is you want some sort of elevated platform like that. I would use a temporary block, like a piece of grass there, and you want to basically... Actually, I need to get the panes first. So what you want to do is you want to kind of cross branch off of it like that, and then what you want to do is you want to make little flower petals on the sides with trapdoors, and this will come into play a little bit later. What you want to do after that is you want to make a small capsule like this. Now here's the thing. You can make a capsule all the way as high as you want, filled in completely, and that could probably help people. But if you want to do this in survival, the best method is actually to do something along the lines of this. Let me get a slab here. So what you want to do if you're doing it in single player or survival is you want to make a slab here, a slab here, a slab here, a slab here. And you'll see why we have this set up like that. So you want to be able to fill this in however far you want. If you want to, you can actually put holes in this so that they can actually get angry at you and try and attack you. You can use it to attack it when you're kind of sick of the queen. But it's probably best for most people if you just avoid drawing hive aggro by making it a completely isolated cell of its own. Queens are usually 4 to 5 blocks high, so you want to have a cell that is about this high so that they aren't breaking your ceiling, breaking your roof, etc. So this is the basic capsule, and this is a step-by-step guide, because here's the thing, you can build it the way it's meant to be built, but it won't work for you because you have to actually play into the stages that they have. So let's just imagine we have a freshly made royal chest burster, or like a regular chest burster that we want to actually, okay, so we just basically put this in here. This also works good with host. You can put a host inside of the cell. So you have our chest burster here, and it ain't gonna flee from us. I'll even go survival mode real quick. But you want to have a little trapdoor or a temporary holding floor underneath there. So you want to put a trapdoor here, and then when you think your little guy is good to go in there, you place him in there, and he will grow throughout the stages inside of this little container, and you want to wait till relatively after the Praetorian stage. So right now he's harmless, he can't get out even if he wanted to as well, but if you get royal jelly, I'll do this as like a little bit of a time lapse, or you can royal jelly them yourself, but what you got to do is under there. You should be able to get them like this too when it's a little bit bigger, but you just jelly that guy. Boom. Now take a key focus of where his feet are. Right? His feet look like if I were to break the trapdoor, he would just sit there, right? Because he's obviously takes up a 6x6. No, this is not the case. So she'll be standing on that trapdoor right there, right? If I were to break the trapdoor now, since she's bigger, she will not fall through the little crevice. And what we need to do is we need to make sure that below her feet, below her legs, you physically like have no blocks there, because 1, she'll convert it because she's a queen, she'll place down a node, and then 2, we need her to actually be able to drop an egg into an empty area. So what you would do is take away this little barrier, this little placeholder block, and then you would place, actually that isn't the placeholder block, you want a more permanent block like that, right? And then then you have to figure out which direction you want the egg to flow, right? So you can do this, and then you place the water and stuff here, and I'll show you how to do that real quick. Water over on this side. Where's my trapdoor at? Oh yeah, here's the way of preventing this. Just put that there. And you need to make sure you have your little leglets on this side so it doesn't flow out the other way either. We still have access to the queen though. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna stop the flow for now. Do something like this, and have the water flow out into a controlled pipe. Yeah, and then you just move this pipe wherever you want it to go. Make sure that you have actual little gaps in here, by the way, because if you were to have a enclosed area there, it would get stuck, and then you'd have to worry about a very live and angry facehugger stuck inside of the tube. So don't let that happen. But basically, if you want to do it like this, you could just have that, and then it would flow into its collection thing, or it would go further. But yeah, let's imagine this is the collection, and I'll show you how the collection should be probably set up, unless you're improving upon it. And let's just do that real quick. And we'll make it a little bit more accessible. So yeah, this is where you collect your eggs, and they just slowly build up in this tube. Okay, and now here's another thing too. So this is the basic one. You'll have to manually trim this. So how do I automate this? I've recently made this little thing myself, but what you can do is you can get a dispenser. This would obviously have to be done in the building process too, or you'd have to do this very carefully. But it's a process to get her in there. Break the trapdoor, water flows. Now here's the thing, she places down nodes, like I said. You will have to clean this from time to time. But other than that, this is a very effective system and will produce you thousands of eggs. You can get rid of this too, by the way, if you want, just to make it look a little bit better. But what you want to do is you want to do something involving a observer. Oh crap, wait, why does that not work? I wish that it would let me place that easier. There we go. Place that down there. And they face in on themselves, so they'll constantly be going. What you'll have to do now is you need to set up a way of stopping it, because you don't obviously want this thing going 24/7. That is somewhat silly. Somewhat easy, right? You just got to, let's just get an iron block here for aesthetic purposes. Boom. Okay, and then if I flick the lever again. So that is the queen egg chamber. We have made more complex things on the beta server, and I probably will never make a tutorial on that because even I don't know how that works. But that is how you do a queen, and that is how you make a queen egg collector.